G'day everyone, it's Justin and
Matt.
two dads again from Australia, and we're coming to you today from the model year 19 upgraded Kia Carnival. Now mate, the Kia Carnival, it's an 8-seater people mover. Now, probably for people that watch our channel regularly, like we've designed the channel for mums and dads out there who really want a fun and family-friendly car to drive around. Now, I've got to say, maybe this car is more on the family-friendly practical side than being fun to drive. But I guess we'll have a talk about that during the course of this little drive that we're in today. Now, the Kia Carnival has just had a bit of a midlife upgrade this year. It's been out, this current version, since about, I think it was 2015.
Yes.
But the biggest changes for this car this year, 8-speed automatic is now standard on the car. The Carnivals come in 4 levels of specification. There's an S model, the base one, the SI, the SLI and the Platinum. They come in 2 engine variants. There's a 3.3 litre V6 petrol, which we're in today, 206 kilowatts at 6,000 RPM, 336 Newton meters at 5,200 RPM, and there is a 2.2 turbo diesel which puts out about 147 kilowatts and 440 Newton meters. Now, the Carnivals start off at $42,490 list price for a S petrol, and go all the way up to the Platinum, which is about $60,290. But the one we're in today is the one below the Platinum, the SLI, which is $52,490 list price.
Right.
Now, mate, you've had a little drive of this car, as we've been filming it. What do you reckon?
I reckon there are elements of this car that are really well designed.
Family-friendly side of it?
Family-friendly side of it.
Yeah.
And also the driving experience. Now, I'll qualify that a little bit more.
Okay.
The driving experience targeted at the purpose of this car.
Yeah.
The vehicle, I should say. It's a people mover.
It's got to be comfortable. It's got to, soak up the bumps. It's got to, be like that kind of car, isn't it?
Yeah. Visibility.
Yeah.
The brakes. So, you've got a very valuable set of passengers in the vehicle at most times, being a people mover.
Yeah.
So having good brakes is important, and this has good brakes.
Okay.
On top of that, it steers really nicely.
Well, the Kia engineers in Australia have done some Australian suspension tuning on the car, so probably the ride and the handling are pretty well suited for our conditions here, which is a good thing.
It is, yeah. In regards to the size and weight of this thing, it is hefty.
It's big. It's 2 ton. I think it's 2,094 kilos. This one. So yeah.
And the engine, being a slightly larger capacity petrol engine, it actually delivers the power and the torque really nicely.
Yep.
So although it doesn't feel like a small car, it doesn't wrap around you like the more fun side of the cars that we drive.
Yep.
It doesn't feel that heavy, which is
Okay.
good. It's impressive that it actually achieves that. I don't know if that was actually a goal that they were trying to set out, the engineers were trying to set out, but that's one of the key attributes that I found. Yeah. So they're great positive things, because you do have that sort of car-like characteristic, even though it is a people mover. So when I would say, it's not ultimately a fun car to drive, it is a pleasant car to drive.
Yeah, okay, all right. I mean, fun, I suppose you've got to quantify that. It's probably fun for everybody inside the car. I mean, I've got to say, like, with all the features that this car has, it's probably the most family-friendly car we've driven, isn't it? Like,
Definitely.
The amount of bottle holders, cup holders, USB ports. I mean, it's, tri-zone air conditioning with vents on the roof, the ability to get in and out of the car. And you know what, that's one thing I think we were chatting earlier about, is like, okay, thousands of Australian families, thanks Kia, thousands of Australian families go for their SUVs, like the big 7-seat SUVs. I mean, this is an 8-seater, but you know what? This thing, it's a lot easier, I think, to get into the back of than an SUV, isn't it? Due to the styling.
Very much so.
You know, an SUV may have a bit more longer boot space, but this particular car has a deep boot, and the seats fold down to make a flat floor. So yeah, it's interesting. I think, you know, most families go for SUVs, and I wonder if it's purely because of the looks of the car rather than the practicality, because the practicality of this thing actually, I think, may be a bit better than an SUV.
I agree. And just having that extra seat flexibility, say if, you know, kids are a little bit older and they want some of their friends to come along as well, it really hits that sweet spot nicely.
Well, they've got really captain's chairs in the middle row as well. I mean, it's like being in business class. It's great.
I like it. Those seats are comfortable. I could nearly not even touch the seat in front.
Yep.
It's more luxurious than most airplanes.
Yeah. Now, mate, the Model Year 19 Carnival comes with a few other good standard features now. It gets the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It gets the autonomous emergency braking, which is good. Lane departure warning, smart cruise controls, Kia call it, which I think is adaptive cruise control, so it, you know, keeps the distance between the car and front. Electric parking brake, which is you know, better than what they had before. I think it was a foot brake.
I did try to find that there initially. Yeah, it's a good move.
But looking at the range of Carnivals, you know, they come in 4 different variants. You know, I was looking through the different specs that you could get with the cars, and you know what, I actually think the one we're in today, the SLI, is pretty good value for money. Even though, you know, 52,490 puts it, you know, in the sort of mid to high level sort of competitors with SUVs and things like that, 7-seat SUVs. But this car, you know, number one, it presents really well, but number two, it's got a lot of good features that should appeal to families, you know, like mums and dads. Leather seats, so, you know, kids spill things everywhere on trips, don't they?
Guaranteed.
Easy to wipe up. Leather seats is a positive. It's got that power tailgate at the back, which actually has the convenience feature, like you keep your key in your pocket and you just walk up to the car, and the car detects by proximity that you're there, and it will actually open up the tailgate without you having to do anything. Don't even have to stick your foot underneath the car or anything like that. It'll do it itself, which is a really good positive thing.
It is.
Yep. I mean, like I said before, the storage in the car is excellent. To get into the third row, the seats actually stand up, which is really good too. So that's practical. So
it is. That is a great design feature.
Yeah. So car comes with a 7-year unlimited K warranty as well, so that's good for family budgets if you got a big family and you need to watch the dollars.
Yes.
Cap price servicing as well. I think Kia was saying over the 7 years or 105,000 Ks, $3,532. So that's good to factor in. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a fair price.
Yeah. One great thing I've noticed the car had too over the week too, DAB radio.
Oh, that's very handy.
So that's good as well. In terms of value for money though, like the Platinum model tends to get everything that's available in terms of safety. I mean, this car's got pretty good safety features, but if you want the full suite of safety, you've got to go to a Platinum. But I think for a family aimed car, maybe they should chuck a bit more safety features down to the lower end of the range, just to you know, make it easier for families and things.
Anyway, fair call.
Just my thought.
Fair call.
X factor question. Now this is going to be very subjective, I suppose, isn't it? I think what they've done with the styling for the the midlife upgrade, it's pretty good. The grille's changed a bit. I think the car looks particularly upmarket in this blue, this dark blue. It looks pretty good.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. So, but I guess it goes back to my thing about talking about SUVs and people movers. Most people, I think, love their SUVs because of the sporty look about them, I suppose. This thing's very practical, isn't it? So, it's a little bit hard to make a people mover look good, but you know what? I think they've done a pretty good job.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think for what it is, I would give it X factor credibility there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, just want to put out a big thank you to our friends at KIA Australia for the loan of the Carnival this week. Got to say, like, you know, school holidays and everything like that, the Carnival came in very handy.
Yes, exactly. So it does its job very well.
Very, very well. Yeah, very well. Good fit for purpose car.
Yes.
So anyway, just want to say thank you, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.